The thought of it for me was far worse than probably it happening. And the epidural didn't work 3 times. I'm like a complete control freak. I call him the perfect child. Like, he's always been a good sleeper. He's always been a good eater.
You're going to get the devil.
So I keep saying that. I'm breeding the devil.
I was negotiating spellings today. She's just had a kid. Let's mark her up. If it's really stupid, we're cutting it out. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So how does it feel having a gold medal?
Really weird. I always say I got the medal.
I think the torch is way better than a medal. Oh, yeah. I definitely would have won the medal.
I just want people to feel that there's nothing they can't do.
Yeah,
if they work hard enough.
You are doing that. So, Natasha, thanks for joining me on the podcast today. Introduce yourself. Tell the listeners all about you.
Oh, I hate that question. It's the hardest one, isn't it?
Every single person that comes on this pod goes, I hate that question. I think it's so on the spot, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Over to you.
What do you want to know?
But I've given literally the longest, I think, intro for someone to ever have come on this show.
Oh my
You've done a lot. You've achieved a lot. I don't know how you are going to actually introduce yourself. So this is what I'm interested in.
So I'm Natasha. I am a Paralympic dressage rider. I've been really fortunate to have gone to 4 Paralympic Games.
Only 4. So talk to me about giving birth the first time. So you've just had planned C-sections?
Yeah. So when I went into the hospital, obviously being a person with a disability, they didn't really know, because it wasn't the hospital that I was under, they didn't really know much about me. So I had a lot of tests. I had scans and everything just to see if my spine was normal, like if I could have an epidural or a spinal, and what the best method of delivery would be. I had a lot of doctor's appointments. I just felt like I was forever in the hospital, but they were amazing. Like, they looked after me so well. And my idea going into pregnancy was that I wanted to have a C-section with a general anaesthetic, because I am petrified of needles. Like, I have the biggest fear, and I thought, you know what, if I'm asleep then I can't see that they're literally cutting me in half and pulling a child out. So I thought,
between you.
Yeah, but you know,
the sensation and
the thought of it, like the thought of it for me was far worse than probably it happening. And I think because of my disability, spending a lot of my childhood in hospital, having a lot of trauma really from a very young age, I don't really like that kind of environment. So I thought, you know what, general anaesthetic is the way for me. They had other ideas, and they were like, actually, we think that you could give birth vaginally. That I wasn't so keen on, because it was the uncertainty of it. Like, I don't really know, because I have limited sensation in my legs. I didn't really know whether I'd be able to push properly and whether I'd need some help. And I thought, you know what, a C-section for me.
But to be fair, when they give you an epidural, because does that just not numb everything anyway?
Well, so I got into theatre and the epidural didn't work 3 times. And the anaesthetic doctor was like, I haven't had one fail in 25 years since I've been doing this. Well, they haven't met me.
Yeah, but you've not met me. So.
Me and my messed up back. So yeah, I ended up having my original plan of having a general anaesthetic. So I'm just going to go for that this time and know that actually everything's okay. Because by having those 3 epidurals, it sent my blood pressure through the roof. I was then in recovery for about 12 hours because I was really, really poorly, like coming out of it. Yeah. So it's just better.
A lot of medication though as well.
It is exactly. And like, I was literally shaking before I had the like thing over my face to send me off to sleep. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna go for that this time. At least we know now, like my spine can't accept an epidural, and that's what it is. So
and do you think that's what it was?
I think it was. She said that my vertebrae are really, really close together because I'm quite short.
Yeah.
She basically just couldn't get it in the gap, and I do have spinal damage, so I guess there's been bits of messed up vertebrae or nerves or whatever in there, and it looks fine on a scan but clearly isn't.
Like, what it looks like to what it is,
very different story.
So that's quite good. You've actually got a plan though.
Yes, like at least I know that, you know, that morning I'll be going off to hospital and baby boy will be here in a few hours, which is lovely.
Have you got names?
I'm like a complete control freak. So we had the same with Joshua. Like I think we found out that he was going to be a boy at 16 weeks. By 17 weeks, we had a name. Like everything was sorted. And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like your worst nightmare. But now you've got like every gadget under the sun, haven't you?
Literally everything. Because you don't know what you need with the first one. So I just found myself, I was also given quite a lot of stuff as well. And so you kind of figure out.
From people or from brands?
From brands. We had our pregnancy announcement in Hello magazine. So we got given loads, which was amazing. But you kind of then filter, you use everything at the beginning, and then actually you get your staple products, don't you, that you absolutely love and swear by.
What would be a staple for you?
For me, I loved our cot. It was a stocky sleepy, and it's on wheels, so I just used to be able to like drag it around.
But do you think I should just have that then?
Oh my god, it's amazing.
But it doesn't
honestly,
rock, does it?
It doesn't rock.
Mine's my rocking sensation.
But
thing.
they do, don't they do like
the rocket?
The rocket, exactly. But I think they do one for buggies as a cots now as
that
well.
That moves the stocky moves.
Yes.
I mean, I was calling it Stoke.
Oh, I don't know what to call
it. But it's stocky.
It is stocky, I think.
Obviously that gets bigger, doesn't it? That cot.
Yeah. It's brilliant. So he's still in it now, although he climbed out of it this morning.
Did he?
He did.
It's when they realise that you're going to be on the bed.
Yeah. So
anyway, that's worked out.
Yeah, it's fine. Like it's just probably not the best timing. I was hoping that I'd get a few more months of him, but he's quite tall. He's got his dad's tall height genes. So yeah, he was out, and I was like, oh my god, no, what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna try and leave him in it, like enclosed for as long as possible.
Good
and
luck.
Then
and he's a boy as well. He's going to climb out.
I know. He just wants snuggles.
See, I think with Aurelia, when I put, because it is that fear factor of when you put them into the first bed that they then can get out.
Yeah.
I feel like she did that for a little while, but then was like, she's fine. She's never really slept with me.
Really?
But Bodhi was my nightmare.
Cuddler.
Wants to be with me.
Yeah. He does actually love being in his own bed. Like if he's been poorly or whatever,
but I'm surprised because you co-slept with him for.
I know, but I think he does like his own space, so we might be okay. Who knows? We'll just have to play it by ear once it happens.
I think you try and make all these plans, but it all depends on what child you're given.
Yeah,
if they cry a lot.
Yeah,
if they're hungry.
We're so lucky, honestly. I call him the perfect child. Like, he's always been a good sleeper. He's always been a good eater. Oh my God, you're going to
get the devil.
So I keep saying that. I'm breeding the devil right now. Honestly, I am.
Because if he's perfect,
yeah,
he'll be like, yeah, but have this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Whereas mine was the other way. Aurelia was an absolute nightmare. Cried, hated being a baby, wanted to be older than what she was until she got older. Whereas Bodhi came and was just so chilled.
That's so nice.
But I was saying to my mum today, I was like, with Bodhi, he's chilled until he's not.
Yeah. And then
so when he loses it, you can't bring him back. With Aurelia, I can bring her back to or like not bribe her, but sort of say like do this.
Yeah.
Like I can get around her. I can work. I can mould her. Bodhi, it's like he's not doing it.
Yeah, you kind of find yourself becoming a queen of negotiation, don't you? Like just trying to.
Oh, the negotiation.
Oh,
wait until you get to spellings.
Oh God.
I was negotiating spellings today.
How do you negotiate spelling?
Well, basically, I say if you get over a certain amount, which she has to do it out of 12. I say if you get 10 out of 12, you can have an ice cream.
Okay.
On Friday. So spelling test Thursday. But last week she came out of school and was like, I only got 4.
The end of the world because no ice cream.
No, but then it was like, so she actually had a dance competition on Sunday, and I know that when she has something else on, she like sort of everything else goes out the window.
Right.
So I was like, look, you can have an ice cream this week, but I'm not doing that next week. So he was in the car, can you do your spellings? I'm not doing my spellings. I went, well, that's fine. I said, but when you come out and you only get 4 again, you won't be getting the ice cream this week.
Yeah, and you're going to be really upset
and you are going to be really upset and you're going to cry loads, but I'm trying to make you do your spellings now.
Yeah. So
that was my negotiation this morning. She did do her spellings.
I was going to say, did she do them?
Yeah, she did do them.
The temptation was there.
Thankfully. So how do you juggle everything? How did you juggle life?
I don't really know how I did last year, to be honest with you, because I had him in the April. I was back riding in 3 months later, and then I had to get qualified.
Did it feel different riding after having a baby?
Yes. My body was certainly very different. Like my boobs just got so big. The first time I trotted, my trainer was bent over laughing because they were just like, yeah.
And did they hurt?
I had a really good sports bra, but I had to double up on them sometimes because, of course, it's quite a high impact sport. So that's why I had to wait for like 11, 12 weeks after I'd had him. But yeah, like once I got kind of back into shape, but I was very, very fortunate because I'd done the 3 games previously. I was like, I really, really want to go to Paris and compete at that games, but also I want to be a really present mum as well. Like I don't want to just palm him off. Like you don't get that time back, and that was his first year.
We talk about it all the time on this pod, and Natasha said that she does listen all the time, but it's so hard juggling. I think trying to be that present mum and a working mum and achieve your goals and dreams to make them proud of you is so hard,
and you always feel guilty, like always.
Whatever you do, you feel guilty,
literally,
and they make you feel guilty.
So guilty. I mean, I'm very lucky. I've got my mum who is amazing, and so the horses are at my mum and dad's farm, so that's from that aspect it was really easy, and I narrowed it down to just having 1 horse that year, so I wasn't taking up too much time, but I wasn't going into Paris as fit as I would have liked to have been, but I feel like I got the balance as well as I could, and I was like, if I make it to Paris, then that's amazing. I had no like expectations.
What do you have to go through to get to an Olympics?
So we have qualification competitions that we have to enter and compete at and basically win. So I went straight into an international in the May of 2024, and luckily won that, and then I had an international every month after that, and luckily won all 3 of them going into Paris.
Don't say lucky. It's not luck, is it?
There was quite a lot of luck last year.
Was there?
There was, yeah, because I
That's like she's just had a kid, let's mark her up.
Bonus points for having a cute baby at the side. But yeah, I mean, like the first one going back, I was really nervous, and I don't do nerves. Like I go in, I'm full focus mode, but I'd had 20 months out of competing, and you just don't know what's happened in that 20 months.
And I do think your hormones change that make you feel the nerves.
Yeah, absolutely. Like again, it's quite a dangerous sport. Like I could fall off, like anything could happen. And my horse, she was so amazing. Like she looked after me so well. And I do think she had like that 6th sense. And yeah, she just went in and absolutely bossed it. And yeah, got my qualification spot, and off I went to Paris. So that was a bit of logistical, not a nightmare, but it was much more logistical, trying to work out what was going to happen with a baby. Like he was 1 and like 2 months. So my husband, who's also self-employed, he took 2 weeks off work, came out and basically looked after him. So he had the room next door to us, and it all did work out. It cost us a lot of money to do it, but it was totally worth it.
And how are you funded for that?
Not for that, no. So I'm funded personally to compete and to do the sport.
All the questions. How do you earn your money?
So we get paid the same as every other sport. So like we get paid the same as swimming, and obviously our sport is quite expensive, so I do have to do other things. I have to do public speaking, I also do some commentary, so like I do have to fund it in other ways, and I'm really lucky. I've got an amazing sponsor and some owners as well that look after the horses and pay for that. So we are very, very fortunate, but it's still like my husband had to take 2 weeks off of work.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, and it adds up. So
but he must have been so proud of you.
He was so proud. And for me, like every games has brought something different and brought something amazing. But for me, going into the arena and having Mark, my husband, and Joshua there, like cheering for me, he was waving the flag. It was just, I had to hold back tears before I'd even started. Like I literally was. Yeah, it was an amazing feeling.
Are you done now?
Kids wise or sport?
We've done the kids one.
I honestly don't know. I think I've got to see how I feel once number 2 has come along. I went to go and watch it at a competition last week, and I didn't get that, oh my God, I really want to be doing that. I need to be back in the arena. But
that could just be because you're with child.
This is it, exactly. And my mum asked, did you miss it? And I was like, actually, no, because I know I can't at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think next year will be the telltale. And the reason why I wanted my second straight after Paris was so that I did have that time to prepare for LA if I want to do it. So yeah, I've got to make a decision.
And also, LA's not Paris either, is it?
No, it's not just down the road.
No.
So yeah, that's going to be a much bigger thing. But the boys will be bigger then. This one will be 3, so it's a bit easier.
So it could be potential of you being there.
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I'd have quite a lot to do because we ended up selling Lottie, who I rode in Paris. So I'd have to find another horse, and that's
right question.
Yeah.
This might be a really stupid question, but if it's really stupid, we're cutting it out. How do you get them over? So say you're like going to LA, they get on a boat.
No, they fly.
They fly.
Yeah, they fly. So
You can get them on a boat.
that would take too long. So yeah, they get on an aeroplane and fly out there. So they flew to Rio, and we've had world championships.
Oh my God,
America.
you just don't even think of that though, do you?
Well,
of flying a horse.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot for a horse to go through.
It is, yeah. I mean, they're very, very adaptable, and they just kind of go with the flow, and yeah, off they go. They go in like these crates, and then a crane picks them up, puts them in, and they fly with vets, so they're with like experienced people. They know what they're doing.
But, I mean, I just wouldn't even think of this though. Like horses just
chilling out in first class with their champagne.
Like, can I have a mojito, please?
Yeah. I won a medal, so I need to.
Oh my God, I didn't even think. But it is a lot for a horse to go through. And then by the time they land, how long have you got till you all get in the paddock?
About a week.
Is it paddock? Have I got that right as well?
Arena.
Arena!
Yeah, it's fine.
I used to do horse riding. Not obviously to your level of being an amazing horse rider. What got you into?
My mum.
She's always...
All her fault. So I was brought up on the family farm. Horses were always there, and like at home, literally walked outside my front door and there they were. And yeah, I just loved being around them. And my mum used to compete. She actually did every discipline apart from dressage, which is what I do. And I just had the bug. I think it was bred into me. I really, really do.
Yeah.
Like it's just in my blood, and I wanted to ride so much. But my mum was very aware that she didn't want to be a pushy parent.
You've got to be sometimes though.
And actually it was my physiotherapist that called my mum and was like, do you realise how desperate Natasha is to ride? And then I found the Riding for the Disabled.
So how old were you then?
I think I was about 8. But I'd ridden kind of on and off a little bit at normal riding schools, but it didn't really work because the horses weren't used to riders with disabilities. Neither were the instructors.
Do you think your mum had a bit of fear for you to ride?
I don't think she actually did. She's quite like matter of fact, and
if she get on with it,
yeah, like if that's what you want to do, then off you go, and as long as I'm safe, then she's all right. But I think that's why the RDA was so good, because they are literally set up for riding for the disabled. So they have adaptations to tack, they have people and volunteers that understand what we need, and the ponies don't respond to kicks, they respond to your voice aids. So it was a much more natural thing for me to then get into and to be able to then enjoy, rather than...
So I guess for you, finding a horse is actually not just straightforward.
No, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It really is. Like, it's so hard. I've sat on horses and not even been able to get them to move because they just cannot fathom the fact that I have no use of my legs at all.
So they're like, kick me, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give us a bit of leg. But yeah, it's so hard to find the right one.
So what would be your indicator for them to move?
Voice. So I'd say like walk on or And yeah, they'd go. And that's why finding one that is going to potentially win me a medal is so difficult. So, and you don't get many opportunities to trial horses when they're for sale, because they come on the market and the good ones like fly out the door straight away. Some of the good ones aren't even advertised. And so you have to have a really good network within the sport to be able to find the right ones and go and try all of them that you can. But I think, like I always say, it's like meeting the one. Like it was like meeting
the
Mark.
soulmate.
Yeah, exactly. Like I knew he was the one. Like I knew Lottie was the one that was going to win me medals. But it is true. You just get that instant connection and that feeling that actually this is going to really work.
Well, I know it sounds silly, but you know, in Avatar, I feel like it is that with a horse. Like when they like connect, don't they?
Yeah,
and it is that connection.
100%, absolutely. Like, and I do think they either want to work with you or they don't, and they want to adapt to my disability, or they're like, no, I this is just mind blown. So, and I know probably within 2 to 5 minutes of sitting on a horse whether it's going to work out. Yeah.
Are you going to get the boys into riding?
If they want to. I'm probably going to follow my mum's route that she did with me, and take their lead. And if they want to ride, then we've very lucky we've got the setup that they can. And if they don't,
has Joshua been on a horse yet?
Oh my god,
yeah. So I started riding at 18 months old.
Did you?
My brother was riding before me, 5 years older. So my mum said she used to take me then. I used to be like, well, you can imagine me as an 18-month-old.
Me?
Can you get me on the horse? And then that was it. I had to give up because obviously I think you have to pick your path. And obviously my path was performing and doing what I do. And Mum was like, I just can't afford to do everything. Horse riding is
it's expensive.
Because that's what I really would love to get the kids into it. But I'm like,
it's a lot. And it's a big commitment.
Even just the lessons are so expensive for horse riding.
Yeah. And then if you buy your own horse.
I mean, imagine my kids, they're going to want ponies. Can I have a pony? Mummy, can I have a pony?
But some riding schools do have a pony for a day. And I think that's really good because it also teaches the children responsibility of they have to get up and feed them. This Christmas, not having Lottie was the first Christmas ever that we haven't had horses to look after.
Really?
And so I always used to be out there in my pajamas, making up their feeds. I can't physically muck out, but helping to look after them, and so they always have to come first before presents on Christmas morning or your birthday. They are the priority because they can't do it.
For life, not just for Christmas.
Literally, and that's the thing with our sport compared to football, where you can put a football away and forget about it and pick it up the next day if you fancy doing it. It is a big commitment.
Well, we were saying, even the expense.
Yeah,
it's a lot more of an expense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they need looking after.
What's Mark's passion?
Cars. Yeah. So
you've both actually got quite expensive.
I know,
hobbies,
we've got expensive taste, and Joshua at the moment is into both. So who knows which way? What,
as in he likes cars, as in getting him into racing?
Well, that's Mark's plan with one of the boys, at least. So who knows? But again, at least you can put a car in a garage, and I know it still costs a bit, but at least you've
not got to wake up Christmas morning and feed them.
Exactly.
So are you going to get another horse soon?
I don't know yet. I'm going to see how it goes once this one is born. Obviously, I need to get fit again. I need to get riding fit because I don't want to be going and trying strange horses.
But you do know in your head that you've done it.
I do. So I know it's possible. I know I can do it again. I think I just need to be... I think it's the unknown, isn't it? I don't know what it's going to be like being a mum of 2. And so I need to figure my way out of doing that and then think about coming back to sport. But yeah, it's certainly
because it is that
on the radar.
People say, don't they? Some people have their second and they go, oh my God, it was so much easier with the second. Some people say going from none to 1 is the hardest. Yeah. None to 1 to 2. Oh my God, the baby brain. Is your baby brain bad?
Oh my God, so bad. I'm forgetting everything at the moment, muddling my words up.
It's the muddling the words. Why do they not tell us that this stuff is going to happen to us?
Because they don't warn you.
I will be and I tried to say stuff and I'm like, I've got nothing. I was on a TikTok live and I was like, does it even make sense what I'm saying?
Brain fog.
Yeah, it is though.
Yeah, it is. Totally.
So what's your journey been like as a mum with a disability?
it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Like, I was researching before I had him, like how I would do things, like how other mums in wheelchairs or how other mums with disabilities cope. And there wasn't really a lot out there. There was more for people that had children that had developed a disability than there was for mums with disabilities. So I found that quite difficult because I didn't even know whether I was going to be able to pick Joshua up and carry him, for example. Like, I didn't know if I was going to have the balance to be able to do that, or if there was a tool to be able to.
Did you struggle with that?
I found a carrier that I used to be able to put him in, a bit like a handbag, that I used to be able to put him in and then carry him. And then I'd have one walking stick, or if I was in my wheelchair, I used to be able to put it on my lap and put the like strap around my neck and then be able to wheel my wheelchair. So I found my way through things. But again, I feel like I'm going to have that obstacle again now with 2. Like, even pushing a buggy, for example, like, how do you push a buggy when you're in a wheelchair? Like, some of them I couldn't even see over the handlebar, and I was like, how am I going to get out?
Can you see over the donkey?
I don't know, it hasn't arrived yet.
Let me know. Like, Kelsey, I picked the wrong one.
I really hope so. Fingers crossed. But to be honest
when you're
with
actually going to buy a buggy and you have a disability, I guess, like, because I wouldn't obviously think like that, but do they even have a guideline to say?
Nothing. There is nothing out there at all. And of course, I was going to horse shows.
Niche for you.
I know. Well, so we did look into it, and there's a company in Israel that have developed these clips that clip from your wheelchair onto the buggy so you can push, but it hasn't been properly developed yet. And I'm like, there must be so many other mums in my situation that need something like this, because I can't be the only person. And I also don't want other mums that are in a similar situation for it to put them off wanting wanting children, because it's such a big thing in your life.
With you and Mark, was that ever a topic of conversation to say,
he knew that I wanted children?
So, but it was never like, do you think we can?
No.
Because even like you're saying, like, even going to the hospital scenario and like, I'm pregnant, and then having to run so many tests on you to say, like, can you even have a child? Like, well, you're like, I am pregnant, so
God, deal with it.
We're having a baby.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, I think I'm a very, very laid back person, and I think because I've had to overcome challenges.
And you are so positive. Your positivity just reigns through that. You're like, right, I'm having a baby. I'm having a second baby.
Let's just figure it out.
I'm going to LA and I'm going to go and get a gold medal.
Basically, yeah. Like, and that's how I kind of got into the whole Paralympic thing. When I was 10 years old, I literally announced to my mum that I was going to win a Paralympic gold medal. So, like, that is just my way of dealing with things. And so, like, yesterday, I took Joshua to Westfield, and I was like, how the hell am I going to do this in a few months' time with a newborn baby as well? I was like, I don't know, but I didn't know how I was going to do it with him. And I figured it out. So I was just like, do you know what? It's just going to be trial and error and just getting out. And I know that able-bodied mums feel the same. So, I'm not on my own out there. And I did baby wear him loads.
But also, I've got to say to able-bodied mums, like, you are hats off to you that you are doing it. Do you know what I mean? Some of us moan sometimes, but you're actually having to go through this and think about, how am I going to take him out? How am I going to do that? Like, it's actually physically doing it.
Yeah, it is. And it's really, I don't know, can I swear, bloody hard.
Oh, that was a tame swear.
That was a tame one. But yeah, it's really bloody hard sometimes.
Do you find it hard
scary.
For people? Do you find it hard to then be empathetic to people who are able-bodied and go like, oh, I can't go out and I can't do anything and I don't know what I'm going to do? Like, do you just go, hello,
get on with it?
Yeah. Do you, how do you feel?
I'd like to think I'm a little bit more sympathetic than get on with it. But like, I think the thing is, like, nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes in people's lives, right? And so I was very lucky that Joshua was such an easygoing baby and I could take him out. And I am so lucky that I have got a village around me. Like, I've got a lot of people to support me and to help me. And my mum and dad obviously brought me up with a disability, and so they're very used to having to adapt as well, and they're very positive like me. And so our life motto has always been like, I can do whatever I want to do. It may not be in the conventional way, but it'll be in my own way. And so I just kind of have to figure things out. And so I'd like to think if somebody was struggling, that I would hopefully like send them a bit of support and say like, you can do this, because there always is a way. And like, even when you're going through a really tough time, and like, you know, it wasn't all plain sailing when Joshua was a newborn. I had days where I was indoors all day and didn't even like brush my hair. But, you know, there are other days where it does work and you can get out, and it's just riding the wave of motherhood, isn't it? And just doing the best that you can.
Which we all are trying to do. Exactly.
And like, I've just got an extra bump in my road with my disability. And, you know, I've had to get on with it my entire life. And so that's just another thing that I've got to get on with.
But that's fantastic, because you are just so positive.
Yeah.
And I think it is that positive mindset that can get you through a lot of things.
Yeah, you have to be. You absolutely have to be. Like, my mum and dad were told that I would never walk as a child. And my granddad actually was like, no, we're not going to listen to the doctors. We're going to go down an alternative route. And I had healing when I was 2. And I'm sure that that's the only reason that I'm walking now. Like, I can only walk.
Because you had that healing.
Yeah, yeah. Like, my legs were blue and they never moved.
I am just so on your page.
They never moved.
I don't feel as woo-woo. I believe in all of the healing.
Oh, 100%. And the thing
traumas.
Is, why wouldn't you try it? Like, if
you've got nothing else to lose,
precisely,
just go and do it and explore it.
Exactly.
And obviously with Tom, we got to the point where obviously the NHS were like, this is all we can provide you. So I was like, obviously I'm going to, like Tom would say, oh, if they said that hopping down the street would cure me, you'd have me doing it. I was like, absolutely.
100%.
Like, we done so many different things, and it's trial and error, and it's what works for you.
Yeah.
But it actually then brought me into a path of life where, again, like, I think when you're healing and doing all that, it's all positivity, isn't it? It's energy.
100%.
It's
Yeah, totally.
So your legs were blue.
So my legs were blue. I had no circulation. They hadn't moved in about a year, 14 months. So I was 14 months when I contracted the virus. I was able-bodied.
So what did you have? Did you have meningitis?
No, it was called transverse myelitis. So it's basically nerve damage in a section across the spine. And some people make a full recovery from it.
How would you have got that?
Who knows?
It's not like it's not a viral infection. It's just
it's a trauma-based virus. So if your body's been through some sort of trauma, you can then have this virus. So it's extremely rare in babies.
You didn't have a trauma.
Not that we know of. We literally cannot put it down to anything. My mum and dad so I was playing one day, running around the kitchen table, fell over, like just randomly, like collapsed. And mum and dad were like, oh, whatever, just pick me up, had my bath, had my dinner. I was fine after that. Put me to bed, and apparently I always used to be an early riser, and I hadn't woken up by like 6:30, or mum hadn't heard me by 6:30. So she went into my room and she found me literally like a rag doll. I couldn't talk, I couldn't cry, I couldn't move any part of my body. So obviously was rushed to hospital, and luckily my upper body and my speech came back quite quickly, but it was very clear that nothing from like my waist down was working at all. And so I was very, very lucky. I got into Great Ormond Street Hospital and they diagnosed me with transverse myelitis, and yeah, that was it. So like, I just can't
even imagine what your mum and dad went through. Like, you think now as being a mum,
yeah,
because
obviously
imagine. With you're the living being of it.
Yeah. And I was so young, I didn't know.
No.
And so like then I was obviously like in a buggy the whole time. I couldn't move around, I couldn't crawl. And then that was when my granddad looked into healing, and they said, that I'd be permanently in a wheelchair and that would be it basically. And my granddad found this healer.
I got other plans.
Exactly. Who had undergone like laboratory tests and cured some cancer cells and made frog legs come back. And he was like, if you're going to go to anybody, go to the best. So we went to Matthew Manning, and I was sat on my dad's lap. And again, I have no recollection of this. I was, I think, 2 years old or just 2, and Matthew put his hand on my tummy and put his hand on my spine, where the nerve damage was. And my dad said I just got like really, really hot, and then my legs started twitching, and they hadn't moved in like a year. And so we went back to Matthew for years until he felt that he couldn't do any more for me. But like, I was riding a bike with stabilizers on, I was riding horses, I was walking with first with a frame and then with my walking sticks. And
what did the doctors say?
Well, they were amazed when I walked in with my frame for the first time, and yeah, they just said, "What have you done?" And we told them, and they said,
and then what was their reaction to that?
Again, I can't remember, but I think it was like, well, you know, it's clearly worked. And yeah, I mean, I'm never going to be able-bodied, but at least I've got some level of independence and I can walk very short distances, but that's still better than nothing, right?
Yeah, see, we took Tom to quantum healing, and after he'd have the quantum healing, I don't know why, when he got sick, he wanted to wear like bright colours, and that wasn't Tom. He used to wear like a black t-shirt and black skinny jeans. That was basically what he wore. He had this bright orange tracksuit on, and he came out of the quantum healing and just started, like, his nose was just bleeding and bleeding. But obviously it was shifting, wasn't it? Whatever was in his head was shifting. And I was like, I visually saw it. Like, your parents have sat there and seen your legs twitch. Like,
and you can't tell a 2-year-old, can you? Like, it's not placebo, because I was too young to know what was going on.
It's not placebo.
No.
But Tom's motto in life, he used to always say to me, like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it was like, I used to always laugh at this statement that he'd always make to me. And now I'm like, that again is mine, because I've seen it. How can I not believe it?
Exactly. And it's just being open-minded, isn't it? And like, there's probably loads of people out there that don't think it works for them, and that's absolutely fine. But just it absolutely worked for me. Exactly. It 100% worked for me. And, you know, I'm like forever grateful for my granddad, you know, putting that into our lives. And
what made your granddad think to do that?
He was always like light years ahead of everybody else. He did yoga before yoga was a thing, and he was really into his alternative medicines and everything. And so he was like, well, why not just give it a go? And yeah, my mum's always been really open-minded as well, and so we've just thought, well, they just thought, let's go for it. And
go granddad. Yeah. He knew it. He knew it was going to help, and he knew that one day you were going to be winning gold medals at the London Olympics.
Well, it's funny because Matthew said from like word go, he was like, there's something special and you're going to change people's lives. So it's, yeah.
Oh, I love stories.
I know.
I just love it.
I love it now. Like, I just think there's so much more out there, isn't there, than what we're told. And actually, you've just got to delve into it and find your way.
So how does it feel having a gold medal?
Really weird. I always say like, really there's the normal me, there's like the Natasha, and then there's the athlete Natasha.
And there's like Natasha, it's like, oh, Kelsey, don't even talk to me. I mean, the rider when she came today, it was just extreme.
But it like, I just feel like the pony mad 10-year-old that has just gone on and crazy things have happened to me. Like, I just feel like it's a different version of me, because I still look at my medals and I'm like, did I really do that? Like, did that really happen to me? Especially London, because I was only 22 back then.
I mean,
and going
what a
in
feeling,
and I went into London not expecting anything at all.
But I do feel like even with the London Olympics, can I go back to the power of the mind? I feel like so many of the Brits did so well at London Olympics, because it was like the mindset to be, we are here in our hometown. Yeah. We have got to smash this.
And the crowd, like, I cannot begin to tell you how much they lifted you. Like, just going into the arena and having so many flags being waved for me and people chanting my name, and it was just the most magical feeling. And I think it lifted my horse and it lifted me, and we just went in there and did our absolute best performance and pulled it out of the bag. Like, we got our record. I don't think it's a Paralympic record now, but it was a Paralympic record then. And like, it's just,
someone come and take your
wild.
record.
Absolutely wild. And like, how did I do that? Like, little old pony mad me. And I just went on to do these things. I still can't really fathom that that's happened in my life. It's bizarre,
but it has,
yeah. And every time I look at my medals, I'm like, wow, that's
where
really
do you
cool.
store your medals?
In the safe. It's really boring, isn't it? I want to get like a room and put them all on display.
Have you got a torch from the London?
No, I haven't. Have you?
I don't.
Really
I don't want
cool.
anyone to come steal mine either.
This is the thing. Like,
yes, Tom did. They. Do you know when they were passing the torches?
Yeah. The relay.
So everyone that did that got a torch.
Yes,
so
they did.
I've got one at home.
Oh,
I think
that's
how
so
amazing
cool.
for the kids.
Oh yeah, they'll love that. Show and tell at school.
Yeah, they're not taking it anywhere. I'm like, right, how are we getting this into school? Like, how amazing
That's
is that?
really cool. That is really, really cool.
Why didn't you get one? Surely they should have given one.
I didn't do a relay. I got the medal.
Yeah,
I got the medal.
I think the torch is way better than the medal.
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely would have won the medal.
But also, like, I think if I put them on display, I think it's really important to be able to take those medals around to schools and, you know, all the speeches and stuff that I do, to be able to take those medals and let people feel them, because that's the magic of it. So many people are like, oh, I've never held a Paralympic medal before. And actually, if I can give them that experience and hopefully then motivate them to follow their dreams like I did, then that's really special for me. And like, I've always said, if I can inspire somebody to follow their dreams, whether that be in Paralympic dressage or whether that be, you know, becoming an astronaut, I just want people to feel that there's nothing they can't do.
Yeah,
if they work
you
hard
are doing
enough.
that, and it is about working hard.
Yeah,
it doesn't come easy.
It doesn't.
You're
it
not
really
just going to
doesn't.
wake up and one day be a Paralympic
No.
gold medalist.
It doesn't happen like that, unfortunately.
We wish life was like that, but you are telling people that, you know, don't let anything hold you back. And even being a mum of two with a disability, you are owning that.
Thank you. That's very kind. I'm doing my best.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Until next time, I'm Kelsey Parker, and this is Mum's the Word. And we'll be back with another episode, same time, same place, next week.